Hi everyone, it is day 30 and at long last, March Sadness is coming to an end. I hope that we can send it off with a bit of a bang because today we are talking about one of the most beloved pop punk records ever released, Suburbia, I've Given You All, and Now I'm Nothing by the Wonder Years. It was an album that proved that the genre could be something more. And the Wonder Years proved themselves to be more than capable of making a record that means something. One that could stand the test of time. I'm curious how many of you can relate to this. I remember hearing this record for the first time, and there was an overwhelming feeling of holy shit, this album was made for me. I know that that's selfish and that it wasn't made for me. I just related to this album so deeply. And that's in large part due to songs like Came Out Swinging, which opens the record and is a juggernaut on this album. It ticks every single box on the how to be a pop punk hit checklist. A guitar intro that live crowds will recognize instantly? Check. Passionate, shouty vocals? Check. A highly repetitive, intense outro? Check. Sad but hopeful lyrics? Check. And it's a song that a lot of people are going to say is the best on the album, and I'm one of those people. Suburbia doesn't get by on just one song. After this opening track, the album never really skips a beat, and it's just back to back to back hits. Woke Up Older, Local Man Ruins Everything, Coffee Eyes, Don't Let Me Cave In, Hoodie Weather, Summers in PA, all pop punk standards in my eyes. And yeah, I realize that's pretty much the entire track list, but they're all so much fun, they have tons of energy, they're amazing to be played live. Dan is always up there singing to us like the youth pastor at a church of 20-nothings. Maybe it's just me, but even after years of listening to the record, I'll see the track list and be like, what song is that again? How does that one go? But then I'll listen to it and be like, oh yeah, this song is awesome. After Suburbia, the Wonder Years would go on to try and outdo themselves with every record, and in a lot of ways they did. But just because their later works are more colorful and varied doesn't automatically make them better. And listening to Suburbia, I've Given You All, or the Upsides even, is gonna be refreshing for a lot of Wonder Years fans. Like, hey, remember when these albums were just fun and not depressing and heavy? Suburbia, I've Given You All, and Now I'm Nothing has some very carefully placed interludes and pace breakers called Suburbia, I've Given You All, and Now I'm Nothing. These songs in particular really showcase Soupy's knack for storytelling. They capture the feeling of watching the world just keep turning around you, and this line from Suburbia really sticks with me. It reminds me of times in my life where it feels like nothing is happening. There's a beauty in that once in a while, and Soupy does a great job finding beauty in the mundane, but the boredom that comes with just waiting around for something to happen can be crushing. Both sides of that are superbly captured in Suburbia, along with a ton of other themes relating to what home is and why a place may or may not feel like home. It's just an album with so many relatable experiences that I went through personally during growing pains in my young adulthood, and I'm very curious to hear in the comments what your experiences and feelings with this album are. And if you'll stick with me for just a moment longer so that I can thank you so much for being here in March Sadness. Whether you watched one video or all 30, I really appreciate you being here for any of them. This was the final installment of March Sadness. I am beat. I might do a quick post-mortem of the whole thing in a future video soon, but for now I'm gonna be laying low and recovering from 30 videos in 30 days. I know each episode was brief, but I think this amounted to over 2 hours that I made. Please follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Thank you so much for being a part of this, and I'll see you all in the next one.